Hello everyone, welcome to Choice News Now Prime. I'm Shane Cherry. Watch the broadcast live on our Choice Media Network Facebook page and our YouTube channel at Choice TV St. Lucia, or listen to the simulcast. We're on Liberty Radio 92.3 FM. In the news tonight, Infrastructure Minister Stephenson King addresses the SLDB Contractor Symposium and calls for St. Lucian contractors to form a trade association to combat industry negligence. AI and deepfake fears dominated discussions at the recent St. Lucia Taiwan trade show as experts urge safeguards amid upcoming election campaigning. Sanders launches a shark education initiative to turn fear into fascination and promote safe, respectful interactions with the ocean predators. And in news from the region, in Grenada, tensions flared outside the Grenville court as suspects in the Ashton Roberts murder case face initial hearing. In our first story tonight, Infrastructure Minister Stephenson King is urging St. Lucian contractors to form a trade group or association. He was speaking at the recent contractor symposium by the St. Lucia Development Bank, and the minister believes this initiative could help address and prevent negligence that is currently hindering the industry's growth. We have more in this report.
Construction is the second biggest industry in St. Lucia, an economic driver and a creator of jobs, but contractor negligence is shortchanging customers and giving the industry a bad name.
I believe as minister, there is one other initiative that contractors must understand. In every profession, whether it's in the legal profession, architecture, or engineering, there are bodies which are established to maintain that discipline among the bodies and to keep those professionals trained. I believe the time has come where St. Lucian contractors should consider coming together to establish an association, a body of contractors who comprises members and who can themselves set parameters for operations, establish rules and regulations and protocols for their own operations, so that that body now can become a professional body, and anyone wanting to enter the sector will have to go through the procedures of becoming a member of the association.
The minister's comments came at a contractor symposium held by the St. Lucia Development Bank, which aims to bring small and medium contractors together with financial capital in a way that improves discipline in the industry.
It's a long overdue, so that contractors get to meet the financial institutions, meet different basic agencies, and get to know the way forward. Because remember, life, you start small and then you emerge into your dreams.
Customers and contractors can get into long, drawn-out battles that slow down the industry and, by extension, the economy.
What you do have is a behavior and a practice that seem to, mutate itself from one project to the other. So a contractor has a project. He has probably mismanaged the project, not having the necessary project management skills. Then he finds himself in difficulty. He accepts another project and then utilizes the funds from a new project onto the old project with the hope of being able to complete the old project and to continue with the new project. Invariably, it doesn't work, because what will happen along the way, you'll be caught, because there will be a time in that chain reaction when maybe there's no project coming your way.
It's a lose-lose situation that stunts growth, and the right medicine is to marry financial discipline to financial opportunity. The symposium aimed to do this, but exposed another problem that a development bank may not be able to solve.
People always say, but they're not saying it, when there's shoe on the other foot, then they reveal what it is.
King's call for greater discipline in the industry does not fall on deaf ears.
When we cannot meet the project, this is a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess for you as a contractor, because you cannot finish the person's project. You end up in court, and you end up in a lot of things that you don't want to.
On some projects, there are unforeseen circumstances, however, which can be mistaken for negligence or even cocoa-mackery.
Cost overruns is something you cannot avoid. It happens at times. This is something we cannot avoid. It happens. With them, some people they misuse funds. Yes, for sure.
Misuse of funds then creates a domino effect that affects other areas of the economy negatively. However, If contractors form an association that adopts good standards and practices, they could be able to weed out the bad apples and give a stronger push to the economy at a time when opportunities for both growth and negligence are more available than ever. For Choice News Now, I'm Jason Seaflay.
And St. Lucia's new 24-hour AI service, Roberta, is set to transform productivity by enabling clients to accomplish tasks and engage with customers around the clock. Developed by AI consultant Jim Joseph, Roberta offers a continuous digital presence designed to boost efficiency across various industries. We have more in this report.
Launched earlier this year, the 24-hour AI service, Roberta, is redefining productivity with round-the-clock assistance. Created by AI consultant Jim Joseph, Roberta is designed to handle tasks autonomously, allowing clients to accomplish work even while they sleep. Joseph envisions Roberta as a game changer in the field of social selling, where its capabilities can streamline processes, engage customers, and manage interactions effortlessly, ultimately working on behalf of clients at any time of day or night.
This topic is so important, social selling. While you are sleeping or while you're doing something else, why not have this bot working for you 24 hours while you are resting or doing something? It's working for you.
Joseph spoke about the potential for this technology to change how people approach their workloads. With Roberta, routine tasks can be completed while users are off the clock, maximizing productivity and freeing up time for more strategic efforts. This concept of AI working for you aims to give clients a continuous presence, enhancing customer engagement and business reach without requiring constant human input. For those in fields like e-commerce and customer service, Roberta provides a unique solution for handling inquiries, managing sales, and ensuring a seamless customer experience around the clock.
Selling is an important key, where you're selling on social media, you're interacting on social media, and you're using whatever tools you can have at your disposal to be able to do it. So a chatbot is something that can interact with your customers, and it can do several things. Number one, I said work 24/7, providing insight to your customers. So for example, as Sansa said, prompting you, making recommendations, guiding the conversation based on your personal needs. And one of the things we have to understand is in social selling, it is about a tailored and customized interaction and response. So basically, this is what you want to do, to be able to tailor that response, tailor that interaction, so that you are able to pinpoint exactly what the customer wants or what you want the customer to get from you.
Tourism consultant Stanza Deligny expressed her excitement upon her initial encounter with Roberta, noting the AI's impressive capabilities in addressing industry-specific needs.
When I first saw Roberta or heard of what she could do, I was really impressed, because it's like, you know, it's like a worker in your sleep. I remember one of our first events, and we saw Roberta, and Roberta literally made a call to a random person in the audience. It turned out to be Miss Betty Comby, and I know some of you may know her, but it's Betty answered the call. And Roberta is speaking as if, you know, she has been employed with Jim and his team for a while. She's saying, you know, hi, good day, are you interested in training and so on? And then she's having a conversation with Betty, and she could have booked that appointment then and there. And I said, wow, that is really amazing.
As Roberta begins to roll out, Joseph and Deligny see it as a valuable asset across multiple sectors, for tourism to retail. They are optimistic that Roberta's 24/7 availability and proactive engagement abilities will attract more businesses looking to leverage AI in their operations. By helping businesses maintain a presence, even off hours, Roberta represents a new frontier in AI-driven service, with the potential to transform customer relations and productivity across industries. For Choice News Now, I am Kenise Baptist.
Coming up in the news, AI and deepfake fears dominate discussions at the recent St. Lucia, Taiwan trade show, and Sandals launches a shark education initiative to promote safe, respectful interactions with the ocean predators. These stories and more coming up after the break. Stay with us. The news continues.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Bank of St. Lucia.
All the bank you need.
BOSL is turning wishes into wheels this Christmas.
Pack up the breath, come on, come on. BOSL giving away a ball.
If you wanna win big, then it starts right here. Turning wishes into wheels and bringing Christmas cheer.
You have the BOSL card, WhatsApp swiping. BOSL loans got your holidays right here.
Easy to enter, it's a new gear with a brand new Haval for the brand new year.
Within a brand new hybrid Haval SUV is easy. Take a loan for any home street mortgage, vehicle, or an unsecured easy loan, or apply for a BOSL credit card, spend $1,000, or just keep using your card throughout the holidays, and the Haval SUV can be yours. Hot up the press, come on. BOSL giving away a Haval. Hot up the press, come on. BOSL giving away a Haval. BOSL turning wishes into wheels this Christmas.
Terms and conditions apply.
Along with Massey Stores, you've been a true friend in the fight against breast cancer. With your continued support, Faces of Cancer has been able to reach countless lives, offering mammograms, hosting health fairs, and providing groceries to those affected by breast cancer. Now, more than ever, we invite you to keep the spirit of giving alive. Donate at any Massey Stores cash register or purchase a pink reusable bag, where $1 from the sale will be donated to Faces of Cancer. Together, St. Lucia, we can make a difference, one act of kindness at a time.
I'm feeling hungry, but kinda lazy. Need some KFC, so I'm calling delivery. Same great taste and flavor, delivered to my door. I can't help but comment, this is so convenient. From Rottenay Bay and Shark, Maple Street and Cul-de-sac. Say, before to remember, we also deliver. WhatsApp KFC delivery 4840400. KFC, it's good.
Welcome back. Concerns over AI and deepfake technology dominated discussions at the recent St. Lucia, Taiwan Partnership Trade Show, as experts called for safeguards against rising digital misinformation. With political campaigning intensifying ahead of a general election, the threat of AI-driven deception has become a growing focus.
At the recent St. Lucia, Taiwan Partnership Trade Show, discussions focused on emerging concerns about artificial intelligence, AI, particularly deepfake technology. The ability to create realistic videos and audio raises significant issues related to privacy, security, and misinformation. This manipulation of content makes it difficult to distinguish between real and fake, impacting both personal privacy and public trust.
Our dear Prime Minister was saying, especially with deepfakes, and if some of you aren't really okay with deepfakes, it's basically like taking your image and somebody is literally putting speech to your image, allowing it to talk. You don't even have to send a video. It can be a picture. They can say anything. They did it to Trump. I mean, I'm not sure if you saw it, President Trump at the time. And it's really something that is concerning, because when we look at what our society can become as a result of these things, we really have to take that into consideration to create proper regulation, if possible.
Experts at the trade show discussed the need for proactive measures against the misuse of deepfake technology, which can damage reputations and spread false information. Dr. Thomas Samuel, Director of International Trade and Ministry of Commerce, expressed the importance of regulations for deepfake content to help individuals and organizations better identify fake media.
That is why some countries, especially the EU and even the US, they are putting in a sort of very robust systems to manage data privacy and to mitigate the risks of misuse of personal information.
Okay.
So you have such as the general protection on private data regulations that they have to kind of put responsibilities based on certain principles of, to ensure that there's accountability in the use. There's data minimization where you only use what you need to use, and all of these sort of principles to guide companies that are using data as a fuel to boost their competitiveness, so that you don't have a free-for-all where you could just use data indiscriminately and so forth, and there has to be accountability.
Yes.
So that is what we must learn from as ourselves as we begin to embrace the technology.
In order to address the growing risks associated with deepfake technology, Dr. Samuel engaged in the discussion of highlighting the critical need for robust regulatory measures and sophisticated technological solutions.
While we don't want to stifle it, we want to embrace it, but we have to have the proper parameters.
As the St. Lucia-Taiwan partnership continues to explore advancements in technology, the conversation around AI and deepfakes underscored the need for a balanced approach to innovation. While AI offers incredible growth opportunities, it also requires thoughtful safeguards to protect citizens and ensure the integrity of information. The discussions at the trade show reflect a commitment to harnessing technological responsibility, emphasizing both progress and protection as key pillars for the future. For Choice News Now, I am Kenise Baptist.
Several St. Lucians have benefited from the MSME grant provided by the Ministry of Commerce, Manufacturing, Business Development, Cooperatives and Consumer Affairs. In a recent update, the Honorable Emma Hippolyte reaffirmed the Ministry's commitment to driving economic growth through support for micro, small and medium-sized enterprises.
The Ministry of Commerce, Manufacturing, Business Development, Cooperatives and Consumer Affairs launched its MSME Loan Grant Facility to support small businesses with resources such as application guides, business plan templates, and financial statement forms. Designed to aid post-pandemic recovery and stimulate economic growth, the facility includes a credit guarantee scheme offering collateral-free loans to micro and small enterprises. At a press briefing on Monday, Honorable Emma Hippolyte, who leads the ministry, provided an update on the program's success and the application extension of the loan facility.
We extended the deadline for the MSME loan program. The last time I checked, maybe about a few weeks ago, we had about 500 small businesses that benefited from between the first and the second call-in. The evaluation committee continues to work to complete the evaluation of the applications that they've received. The information we have that for the second call-in alone, we would need over $1 million to at least meet the requirements. So we have exhausted the original $8.5 million that we had assigned to the program. And when we had that assigned to the program, we had it on the 3 call-ins. Now this is just the second call-in. And we have technically, based on projections, we will need more than the 8.5 just to meet applications under the second call-in.
Building on the program's success and the economic growth achieved so far, Minister Hippolyte emphasized the government's ongoing dedication to further supporting entrepreneurship in St. Lucia.
So I was very pleased, those of you who listened to the Honorable Prime Minister's address at the opening of the Taiwanese Trade Show and the opening of Business Month on Thursday night, he gave a commitment that he would make an increased allocation to the MSME loan program as well as to the youth economy. So I want to encourage persons who have had the application there under the second call-in to be a little patient. That work continues by the evaluation committee. But I also want to encourage those persons who had a business idea and have not presented it to please continue working on it, because there will be a third call-in sometime.
Honorable Hippolyte highlighted the success of the program and other government initiatives, offering an update on some of the individuals benefiting from her government's efforts.
Some of the exhibits that you saw at the Taiwanese and Taiwan Trade Show are also the beneficiaries of the MSME loan program as well as the youth program. So we are extremely pleased as to the impact of that program on the business community in general. And it's a, when I look at the data that we have, men and women have benefited almost 50-50.
On August 13, 2024, the ministry signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the United States Small Business Administration with the goal of boosting the business community and enhancing their contribution to the nation's GDP. For Choice News Now, I am Dyrod Lionel.
At a recent UWP rally in Soufrière, Guy Joseph, the party's candidate for Castries South, spoke out on critical issues in the health sector. His remarks came just 3 days after the government appointed a new chief executive for the Owen King AU Hospital.
Just days after the announcement of former ruling party MP Damian Greaves as the new chief executive officer of the Owen King AU Hospital, one of the most prominent and outspoken figures of the UWP slate, Castries South representative Guy Joseph, took center stage at the UWP rally held in Soufrière on Sunday, November 3rd. He wasted no time in highlighting the urgent need for the government to address the ongoing health challenges impacting the sector.
How can we have a government today who are not hearing the cries and the pleas of the people of St. Lucia, saying that, look here, people are spending 2 days in the corridors at OKEU Hospital awaiting a bed. People on stretchers for an extended period of time. And the government says everything is all right.
In light of the current challenges within the health sector, the UWP candidate for Castries South boldly criticized the supporters of the current government.
Every single person in St. Lucia who put a cross for the St. Lucia Labour Party, you have blood on your hands tonight. All the people who have died as a result of the negligence of this government, those of you who helped to put them there, you are guilty also. Like Pilate, they can wash their hands, but their hearts are not clean.
Joseph went on to assert that the healthcare sector would have benefited if the UWP government had remained in power.
So if you had kept the UWP in office, you would have had Dennery Hospital completed. You would have had Soufrière Hospital completed. And you would have had a brand new state-of-the-art St. Jude Hospital completed. We could never have that healthcare crisis that we have in St. Lucia today.
While the current government continues to make strides in improving the health sector, the UWP remains firm in its belief that much more can be done to tackle what they describe as a crisis. It is also noteworthy that as political campaigning ramps up, the United Workers' Party is pivoting from citizen by investment to the more widely sympathetic healthcare issues as a central plank of their campaign. For Choice News Now, I am Dyrod Lionel.
This is Choice News Now Prime. More news coming up after the break. Stay with us.
For over 31 years, Lewis Industries Limited has continued to serve you consistently and professionally. As an essential service, we specialize in floor restoration, upholstery cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, flood cleanup, and post-construction cleaning. Our janitorial and deep cleaning service guarantees a clean and healthy facility from the ceiling to the floor and everything in between to avoid the spread of COVID-19 and other air pollutants. We are authorized distributors for rust and stain removers, odor counteractors, mold cleaners, disinfectants, and sanitization systems for your home or business. We offer free assessments and work within your budget. For your cleaning solutions, call Lewis Industries Limited at 450-4060.
Along with Massey Stores, you've been a true friend in the fight against breast cancer. With your continued support, Faces of Cancer has been able to reach countless lives, offering mammograms, hosting health fairs, and providing groceries to those affected by breast cancer. Now, more than ever, we invite you to keep the spirit of giving alive. Donate at any Massey Stores cash register or purchase a pink reusable bag where $1 from the sale will be donated to Faces of Cancer. Together, St. Lucia, we can make a difference, one act of kindness at a time.
You asked for it, and it's back. The National Farmers and General Workers Credit Union Limited announces the return of its Merry Till February Christmas loan promotion. Get up to $30,000 with absolutely no deposit and up to 5 years to repay. It's Merry Till February with the Farmers Credit Union. Call 454-6710 in V4 or 452-7277 in Castries to book an appointment with one of our loans officers today. Terms and conditions apply. Welcome back. Sandals' new Shark Education Initiative is working to transform visitors' fear into fascination by providing valuable insights on how to safely and respectfully interact with these essential ocean predators. The program aims to deepen awareness on the critical role sharks play in marine ecosystems while promoting sustainable and safe encounters for both visitors and wildlife.
Georgia Scarlett, Sandals' environmental manager, underscored the importance of understanding sharks' role in the ecosystem and the harmful impact of finning, urging everyone to avoid harmful practices and respect these remarkable creatures. The program aimed to release common fears with knowledge, emphasizing that sharks aren't mindless predators but play a vital role in ocean health. Following up on Sandals' Shark Education Initiative, here are the top insights you need to remember when encountering sharks.
We know the importance of all marine species, and one of the things that we know has very, very negative connotations are sharks, and they are also very important to our marine ecosystems. Sharks are what we call keystone species, meaning they're the key in the ecosystem, and if you remove them, your ecosystem can tumble down. So we're actually teaching fishers and students this week about the importance of seeing a shark. You see a shark, all's well. And that's something that most people don't know because people don't want to see sharks. So these are the kinds of things you want to encourage people. Not all sharks are the same. You are different from me, even though we're both humans. And a nurse shark is different from a tiger shark, even though they're both sharks, and a lemon shark, things like that. And also we wanted to ensure that students and fishers know the types of shark that they have, because lots of people are not sure what's in the water. So we're teaching what is here, how to conserve it, how to sustainably use it. So here in St. Lucia, people do consume sharks, and they're doing it the good way, which is consuming all of the sharks. But we don't want them to fin, which happens in a lot of Asian countries, where they remove the fin and toss it back, thinking that it will grow back, and it doesn't happen like that. Our arms don't grow back naturally, their fins don't grow back naturally.
Key considerations were also shared by Lindsay Patterson, Education Manager at the Georgia Aquarium, who provided essential safety tips for handling shark encounters. According to Patterson, there are specific things to keep in mind when a shark approaches, such as maintaining calm and respecting its peace. These insights empower guests to respond to shark encounters with greater confidence, ensuring safer interactions based on understanding rather than fear.
If you are engaging with a shark, or if there's a shark that may be coming to engage with you, I would always focus on never having your back towards them. Sharks are innately ambush predators. And so what you would like to do is have your body and make eye contact with them at all times. Sounds like the first thing you would want to do is like, you would not want to run away and do a lot of splashing. Sharks, they like to go after their easiest meal, right? And so if a fish is trying to remove itself from a predator, the first thing it's going to do is move around in the water very quickly, right? So the best thing you could do is you could have your body facing the shark at all times, remain eye contact as if I see you, you see me, and you also want to become calm because you don't want to mimic a fish.
One of the strongest pieces of advice came from Thomas Nelson, Deputy Chief Fisheries Officer, who highlighted the importance of knowing when to safely distance oneself from sharks. His approach stretched the balance of awareness and caution needed when sharing the ocean with these animals. Recognizing their behavior and avoiding provocation can be the key to peaceful coexistence, particularly in shark-rich waters like those around St. Lucia.
Do you want to lose a fish? Do you want to save your life that you can actually get to fish another day versus, losing your life just to, try to get a fish? So at the end of the day, you really have to know the environment. You really have to assess the situation and decide whether or not you're going to retreat at this point in time or find a more ideal location, because it may have just been a situation where this was the feeding time for the shark. And therefore, you should really allow, considering you're not a marine creature, right? You are a terrestrial or land-based creature. The shark is a marine creature. So by the nature of it, it will always be within the marine environment. So therefore, you have to consider, assess the situation, and give the shark an opportunity to feed, and then you come later, because at some point, its stomach will be full, and then it will go into hiding.
Overall, the shark education lessons at Sandals aim to dispel common misconceptions and equip guests with valuable knowledge to make shark encounters both safe and enriching. By emphasizing sharks' ecological significance, practical safety practices, and a respect-driven approach, the initiative turned anxiety into appreciation, fostering a more informed and responsible attitude towards sharks among those exploring St. Lucia's waters. For Choice News Now, I am Kenise Baptist.
The world was caught off guard by Donald Trump's victory in the U.S. presidential elections, a result that many had not anticipated or hoped for. As the election results dominated television screens and sparked conversations everywhere, we hit the streets and asked, what are your thoughts on Trump's presidential win and its potential impact on St. Lucia? Here's what the people had to say.
I must say, it's just a time in life that reach a climax, that anything is possible under the sun. So seeing that Trump won that election, it's nothing different but what's to come. So as I can say, I can wish him all the best.
Trump? Yeah. Trump is Trumpy. If it happened the first time again, you think it wouldn't happen the second time? You know what I mean? Think about it.
Regardless what Trump campaign with, that is gimmick campaign. Whatever he said he will do, that won't go through. No? Well, in St. Lucia, we noticed the opposition portraying exactly what Trump was portraying. Up to now, the leader of the opposition, which we already hear, he say that the word I'm looking for, that St. Lucia will be not for St. Lucia. Some other sort of for St. Lucia will be for St. Lucia and some kind of that crap. Whatever Trump imputes out, that's what the leader of the opposition. So it have a trend. I must say it have a trend.
From my opinion and my thoughts, America was never prepared for a woman president. America is chauvinist, which means it's only males that are controlling. And in addition to that, there are certain societies in America which are dominated by men. And all of these contribute to success in any activity that you do. So partners in crime will always be resulting the intention of what they would do.
Impossible, mainly because
I just think that initially the world may have not been ready for a country like America may have not been ready for a female leader, as well as she came on a bit late. So I think she didn't have enough time on the ground, which is one of the things. As it relates to St. Lucia, the present government is working assiduously trying to get the country back to some normalcy, so I don't see where that would actually affect the outcome of the upcoming elections in the next 2 years.
Kamala always had a monumental task of campaigning in 3 months to beat Trump. Trump has been there before, he was president before, so he knows the runnings, he has his team in place. Kamala had to change her team because she used part of Biden's team plus hers. Secondly, she's a black woman. You know, America in Obama's time wasn't even ready for a black man yet, but he won somehow. Fastest to put a black woman as president, they were not ready for that as yet. Secondly, Biden gave Kamala the responsibility for the border, you know, and the border issue still existed 4 years down the road, and that was a key issue. The economy was a major issue. In fact, I saw a poll 2 days before the elections where people were asked, do you feel better now than 4 years ago? And 58% said they felt better 4 years ago. So all these things, they were stacked against Kamala Harris. And boy, and you know, it confirms my opinion that that American system is real racist. And again, look who voted for Trump. Hamas, the Latinos, you know, and blacks too vote for Trump. Boy, I don't know. Well, you know, I wish him well, and I wish the Americans well.
Labor and Flavor have nothing to do with that. That's America. It's good for Trump as he win, because right now he go put all the illegal people out. Those are doing trouble in America, causing problems and making life for we that in St. Lucia are not being trouble from getting a visa and things like that. So it's good.
Trump is in America. St. Lucia is St. Lucia. Don't try and compare Trump and St. Lucia politics. You have Labour and you have Flavor. Chastney and Philip JP. So whatever happened up there, don't think it's going to happen there. And I give you a simple scenario. For the past few weeks and months, you're hearing they have strike in Martinique, right? But Martinique is in the Caribbean. They have boom, stay, all kind of things, and people are making noise and they rat. We have the same issue here, where gas prices are high, food is high, and everything is going sky high. You ever hear we make noise for that? Or demonstrate? People talking on the radio, making the noise. So don't compare America to Russia. And I'm telling you again, I believe, and I know all my heart of heart, SLP is going to win again, hands down.
The news continues after the break. Stay with us.
Confident that this could develop. 70% chance next 2 days, 90% over the next 5 days.
It can happen to any of us. Something unexpected happens and we need access to cash quickly. The good news is, with Janu Visa debit card, you can get fast and easy access to emergency money. Simply transfer funds from your deposit account to your Visa debit card account, then tap to pay. It's that simple. Don't be caught off guard. Add getting a Janu Visa debit card to your emergency list.
Along with Massey Stores, you've been a true friend in the fight against breast cancer. With your continued support, Faces of Cancer has been able to reach countless lives, offering mammograms, hosting health fairs, and providing groceries to those affected by breast cancer. Now, more than ever, we invite you to keep the spirit of giving alive. Donate at any Massey Stores cash register or purchase a pink reusable bag, where $1 from the sale will be donated to Faces of Cancer. Together, St. Lucia, we can make a difference, one act of kindness at a time.
For over 31 years, Lewis Industries Limited has continued to serve you consistently and professionally. As an essential service, we specialize in floor restoration, upholstery cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, flood cleanup, and post-construction cleaning. Our janitorial and deep cleaning service guarantees a clean and healthy facility, from the ceiling to the floor and everything in between, to avoid the spread of COVID-19 and other air pollutants. We are authorized distributors for rust and stain removers, odor counteractors, mold cleaners, disinfectants, and sanitization systems for your home or business. We offer free assessments and work within your budget. For your cleaning solutions, call Lewis Industries Limited at 450-4060.
Welcome back to Choice News Now Prime. Here's PR Daily with Jason Sifley.
Welcome to PR Daily, your trusted source for the latest press releases, important announcements, community initiatives, and events. The Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Elderly Affairs joins in observing Medicine Safety Week from November 4th to 10th. Now in its 9th year, the global hashtag #MedSafetyWeek social media campaign aims to promote the safe and informed use of medicines by encouraging individuals to report any suspected side effects. This year's theme, the importance of using medicines in the right way to prevent side effects and to report side effects when they do occur, highlights the importance of responsible medication practices for everyone's health and well-being. Recognizing and reporting side effects helps health authorities and healthcare providers monitor the safety of medicines and to make better informed decisions for public health.
The week of November 4 to 10 is observed as Medicine Safety Week with the goal of encouraging individuals to report suspected side effects of medicines. This year marks the 9th annual Med Safety Week social media campaign. As the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs joins other countries in raising awareness of the prevention and reporting of side effects of medication. We also want to highlight a vital message that concerns us all: the safe and responsible use of medicines. This year's theme, the importance of using medicines in the right way to prevent side effects and to report side effects when they do occur, underscores our collective responsibility in ensuring health and safety. Medicines are essential tools for healing, but they can also pose risk if not used appropriately. It is critical for both healthcare professionals and the public to understand how to use medication safely and to recognize potential side effects. More importantly, it is crucial that side effects are reported promptly to healthcare providers. During Med Safety Week, the Uppsala Monitoring Center partners with medicine regulators globally to promote the reporting of side effects. The Uppsala Monitoring Center is a leader in pharmacovigilance, which involves monitoring the safety of medications post-authorization. Their work helps us identify risks associated with medications and informs necessary safety measures. However, in the Caribbean region, we utilize the VigiCarib system, which streamlines the reporting of adverse drug reactions. This platform is a vital resource for both healthcare professionals and patients. By encouraging individuals to report their experiences, we gather important data that enhances our understanding of medication safety. Therefore, the Ministry of Health urges all healthcare professionals to actively engage with their patients about the importance of reporting any side effects with medication they may encounter. Let us encourage them to speak with their pharmacist or physician if they experience any adverse reactions, such as nausea and vomiting, loss of appetite, headache, dizziness, dry mouth, skin rash, to name a few. Your guidance can empower patients to take an active role in their healthcare and contribute to our collective knowledge on the use of medications. To the public, your voice matters. If you experience any effects from medications, please report them to your pharmacists and physicians. By doing so, you can play a crucial role in improving medication safety for everyone. Together, let us work towards a future where the safe use of medicines is a shared priority. Let us be vigilant and proactive, ensuring that we all benefit from the healing power of medicines while minimizing risk.
St. Lucia's National Anti-Money Laundering Oversight Committee took an important step in strengthening national security with a specialized anti-terrorism training and sensitization exercise. This training underscores St. Lucia's commitment to aligning with international standards as the country continues to enhance its anti-terrorism financing framework.
The National Anti-Money Laundering Oversight Committee, NAMLOC, recently conducted a crucial anti-terrorism training and sensitization session aimed at deepening members' understanding of the United Nations Security Council resolutions and the Financial Action Task Force's recommendation number 6. This recommendation mandates the identification and freezing of assets associated with terrorism and its financing. Juliana Alfred, Permanent Secretary in the Attorney General's Chambers and Chair of NAMLOC, emphasized that this training is a critical step as St. Lucia prepares for its 5th round mutual evaluation. She added that recommendation number 6 is one of 7 areas for which St. Lucia has requested re-rating, underscoring the government's commitment to strengthening its compliance and effectiveness in counter-terrorism financing.
We are going to be attending plenary, and at that plenary, St. Lucia applied for 7 recommendations for re-rating, and I'm happy to report that all 7 recommendations have been re-rated positively. So St. Lucia is going into this meeting having improved our re-rating standing just as last year.
The recent review saw St. Lucia achieve upgraded ratings across all targeted recommendations, moving from non-compliant to partially compliant for recommendation number 6 and 7 on sanctions related to terrorism and proliferation. Recommendation 26, which covers the regulation of financial institutions, also advanced from non-compliant to largely compliant. Further progress was made with recommendations 15, 28, 33, and 38, all moving from partially compliant to largely compliant ratings. Alfred was also grateful for the government's support to bring on board a full-fledged staff to implement the framework.
The obligations to the CFATF and to FATF are perpetual, if I can use that word. And it means that we need to have an institutional mechanism to be able to deal with these recommendations. And so Cabinet committed the financial support to ensuring that we do now have a 6-person team in the first instance as a support mechanism to implement the CFATF recommendations and to ensure that St. Lucia is in a better place for the 5th round, because 5th round is coming.
The 5th round mutual evaluation will focus on St. Lucia's effectiveness in implementing and monitoring legislative amendments that strengthen the anti-money laundering framework.
So when the assessors come to St. Lucia for our 5th round mutual evaluation, this is what they'll be focused on. And so that's why that training was very important for us, so that we can look at what systems we need to put in place in terms of ensuring effectiveness of our systems across the board.
St. Lucia's improved ratings follow on its May 2023 application, which successfully upgraded 20 out of the 22 FATF recommendations. This progress, highlighted in the final report available on the CFATF website, reflects the NAMLOC's commitment over the past 3 years to bolstering its framework for anti-money laundering, counter-terrorism, and counter-proliferation financing. For the National Competitiveness and Productivity Council, Glenn Simon reporting.
And that's all for today's edition of PR Daily. If you have a press release that you want to share with our audience, send us an email at news.choicemedianetwork@gmail.com. Thank you for watching PR Daily. Stay tuned for more news and updates.
Thank you, Jason. Let's go now to our local weather forecast for the next 3 days.
BOSL is turning wishes into wheels this Christmas.
Pack up the breath, come on, come on. BOSL giving away a ball.
If you wanna win big, then it starts right here. Turning wishes into wheels and bringing Christmas cheer.
You have your BOSL card, what's that swiping? BOSL loans got your holidays right here.
Easy to enter, it's a new gear with a brand new Haval for the brand new year.
Within a brand new hybrid Haval SUV is easy. Take a loan for any home street mortgage, vehicle, or an unsecured easy loan, or apply for a BOSL credit card, spend $1,000, or just keep using your card throughout the holidays, and the Haval SUV can be yours. Hot up the press, come on, come on. BOSL giving away a Haval. Hot up the press, come on, come on. BOSL giving away our all. BOSL turning wishes into wills this Christmas.
Terms and conditions apply.
I remember it like it was yesterday. That Tuesday morning, my husband dropped me off to work and went to work himself. I was on my way home later that afternoon when I received that dreaded call, telling me that there was an explosion at my husband's job with 2 young children to care for. I felt hopeless. That's when I turned to NIC. NIC provides me with death benefits for myself and my children. While my husband is gone forever, the assistance from NIC has ensured that I wasn't left on my own. I am Heidi Kodra, and NIC benefits me.
NIC for the benefit of us all.
Welcome back. Here's Jason Sifley once again with our regional news package.
Welcome to the regional news. I'm Jason Sifley. Let's take a look at some of the top stories from around the Caribbean. Tense and chaotic scene outside the Grenville Magistrates Court on Tuesday in Grenada as 2 men charged with the non-capital murder of 36-year-old Ashton Roberts were escorted from the initial hearing. Bands of supporters of the suspects and the deceased hurled insults at each other, and one side was seen chasing after the police vehicle that sped away with the men who were protected by heavily armed members of the security forces.
As details of the case emerged, emotions heightened and tensions intensified among family members, friends, and other onlookers outside the courthouse. Lex Wells, a 34-year-old barber, and Zane Francis, 36, a laborer, both residents of Marquis St. Andrew, appeared before Magistrate Kina Maras Victor at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Tuesday on charges of intentionally causing Robert's death by unlawful harm. The charge stems from a fatal incident on October 31 in Marquis St. Andrew. Family members, friends, and other bystanders grew visibly agitated as the suspects exited the court, sparking a clash between civilians and police officers who struggled to maintain order. Adding to the gravity of the situation, a video showing events leading up to Robert's death has been widely circulated on social media. The video, which has heightened public emotions around the case, shows the now deceased man attempting to part a violent confrontation between 2 men, one wielding what appears to be a cutlass. In court, the murder-accused men were not required to enter a plea after the indictable charges were formally read out to them. The matter has been adjourned to November 25. Both men are mandated to reappear in court every 21 days until their preliminary inquiry set to begin on April 7, 2025. They were both represented by Letitia Andrews, an associate attorney with the law office of C. Peter David. She requested that the prosecution disclose evidence related to the case, a step expected to occur in the coming days. The death of Ashton Roberts, a 36-year-old unemployed man from Sendell Street, Grenville, which shocked the community of St. Andrew, brought to 18 the number of homicides recorded so far in 2024. The suspects, who have been remanded to the Richmond Hill prison, are expected to face an intense legal road ahead as the inquiry unfolds. If convicted, they could face a penalty of up to life in prison for causing the death of Roberts. For GBN News, Nisha Paul.
In Jamaica, The National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, is urging the public to exercise extreme caution in areas close to swamps, rivers, gullies, and other known crocodile habitats, as the animals are likely to be displaced following the heavy rains caused by Tropical Storm Raphael.
The National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, is urging people who live near crocodile habitats to be on the lookout for sightings of the animal and report to NEPA or other relevant authorities. NEPA says with the increased rainfall, expected displacement is possible.
We're urging persons as well to exercise caution in areas close to swamps, rivers, and gullies, as these are known habitats. But it's also important to note that the animals can be displaced in heavy rainfall conditions as well as during flooding. If it is that you are in a community, it would also be important to notify others, friends and families and neighbors, about the presence of the animal in the area.
NEPA's Ecosystems branch, Monique Curtis, says persons should avoid close contact with crocodiles if spotted.
Encounter the American crocodile during the heavy rainfall event. We're encouraging them to take steps, firstly, to ensure their safety. We're encouraging them to maintain a safe distance from the animal, because these animals can be unpredictable and it's important for us not to provoke them. We're also encouraging them to report the sighting to the agency by contacting us at 876-754-7540.
And that's the regional news package for tonight. Back to you, Shane.
Thank you, Jason. Our final segment coming up right after the break. Stay with us.
Along with Massey Stores, you've been a true friend in the fight against breast cancer. With your continued support, Faces of Cancer has been able to reach countless lives, offering mammograms, hosting health fairs, and providing groceries to those affected by breast cancer. Now, more than ever, we invite you to keep the spirit of giving alive. Donate at any Massey Stores cash register or purchase a pink reusable bag, where $1 from the sale will be donated to Faces of Cancer. Together, St. Lucia, we can make a difference, one act of kindness at a time.
Now you can conduct business with the Registry of Companies and Intellectual Property (ROCIP) from the comfort of your home or office with DigiGov.
We're making it more convenient to do business with the registry, from name searches to business registration and company incorporation. It's all at your fingertips, from anywhere at any time with DigiGov.
Access to the services of the Registry of Companies and Intellectual Property through DigiGov will certainly make the process much easier and quicker for my clients.
With DigiGov, you have convenient access to the services of the registry using a desktop computer, a laptop, or other mobile device. Register with DigiGov today. If you need help accessing ROCIP e-services on the DigiGov platform, visit the ROCIP office, the Service Bureau office on Beaumont Street, Castries, or one of the ICT centers in Micoud, Monchy, Soufrière, Vieux-Fort, and Ancillary. DigiGov, serving people and businesses with that island love.
Welcome back. Before we enter tonight's broadcast, here's our update. In 1977, Canadian professor Frederick Morgan Perigo lost his cherished McMaster University alumni ring while swimming with his son in Barbados. After a wave knocked his son over, Perigo reached to steady him, but the ring slipped off his finger and disappeared into the sea. He assumed it was lost forever, given the difficulty of searching for it underwater. Nearly 5 decades later, the unexpected happened. Alex Davis, a McMaster alumnus and professional freediver, was vacationing in Barbados and using an underwater metal detector when he spotted the ring. Recognizing the McMaster crest and the initials FMP inside, he reached out to McMaster's alumni office, where Officer Laura Escalante traced the initials back to Perigo. Escalante coordinated contact between the two men, and Davis mailed the ring to Perigo just in time for his 83rd birthday. Perigo's reunion with his ring was a touching gift and testament to the idea that lost things can sometimes find their way back. And with that, we come to the end of our primetime newscast. On behalf of the entire Choice TV family, thank you for staying with us. Stay tuned for more quality programming on Choice TV.